Big up everyone. What is happening? The Liverpool Prophet back again with another match reaction. Liverpool 0, Paris Saint-Germain 2 is the full-time score at Anfield in the quarter-final second leg. We lose 2-0 on the night at home, 4-0 on aggregate. I mean, what can you even say other than just wasn't enough tonight? Just wasn't enough tonight to get us over the line. Before we get to the match reaction, do drop a like on the video, people. Do sub to the channel, of course, it is much appreciated. Do turn notifications on so you know whenever future content drops. And Liverpool fans, do get down below in the comments, please. Let me know your thoughts and feelings on today's defeat, the performance, everything. Let me know how you're feeling. If you want to vent, frustrate, get your emotions out, please do in the comment section. We're all hurting together. So, having said that, let's get straight into the match reaction. The lineup was a bit weird, guys. I'm not going to lie. It was a very strange lineup. I don't know why Mohamed Salah didn't start the game. Now, granted, during the game, Mohamed Salah didn't have much of an impact when he came on. I don't know why he didn't start, though. Slot already made a big decision last week that didn't go well when he benched Mohamed Salah for the first leg over in Paris. Would he have made much of a difference for the result? Probably not, but he should have started nonetheless because as bad as he is, he's still a goal output. He's still a threat in front of goal. He should have started. The fact he didn't come on at all was suspicious and weird, but whatever. I was 100% sure he'd start today. At home against them, 2-0 down, Anfield. I was sure that the manager would start him, bring him back into the team because we needed him. But again, he was on the bench. He started Isak, which made no sense to me. Alexander Isak has just come back from a long-term injury. He's been out for months. What effect could Slot have possibly thought that he was going to have in a game like this against a brilliant Paris Saint-Germain side? That made no sense. You drop Salah and you bring in Isak. Why? Why would you do that? Rio didn't start the game. I expected that, to be fair. I never thought he'd start Rio. Nonetheless, though, it's a poor decision. Rio should have started the game. A little bit of unpredictability. We needed it. I'm saying we're down and out. We're 2-0 down. We've got nothing to lose. Why not just start Rio for the game? Made zero sense again. Other than that, the team was how I expected it to be fair. Was how I expected it to be. I said that the team needs to go out there, show a bit of heart, fight, desire. If we lose, we lose, but we go out in the correct manner. I said Anfield was going to have to be rocking. And I said that the manager's going to have to make the tactical decisions or get the tactical decisions spot on. 1 out of 3 of those things happened today. The crowd. Every single fan that went to that game today can hold their head up high. I feel proud because you know what? From minute 1 till the end, we were behind the team. The singing didn't stop. The backing didn't stop. We were behind that team from minute 1. The second before the game even started, Anfield was rocking. The fans did everything in their power. We did everything tonight to make sure, or to try our hardest, to galvanise the boys, galvanise the team, hopefully get them up for it, and spur them on in the game. We did everything. The whole game, fans were singing. Second half as well, singing, encouraging. So the fans can hold their head up high because they did us proud today. We showed why we are, in my opinion, the best fan base in the world. We showed that again today. Atmosphere was brilliant. Proper Anfield type atmosphere. So there's no complaints there. Well in from the fans. It's just the same that the team on the pitch couldn't back that up. The fans give you the backing. They give you the support. And on the pitch, we see that. It's like, oh my God. Oh my God. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. The first half performance, it wasn't even bad, guys. The thing is, today, people look at the result and laugh and say this, that we're out. Yeah. And yes, we have to hold the banter. We have to hold the smoke because we are out of a Champions League. But the overall performance in that first half, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either. You know what I'm saying? Considering how bad we were last week, it was improvement. But I just didn't see no urgency when we were going forward. I didn't see no urgency when we were attacking. We weren't moving the ball quick enough. It was half-arsed. And it should never be like that. We're 2-0 down at home, chasing the game. We should have been at their throats from minute 1. So, energy levels in that first half weren't there. The performance overall wasn't great in that first half, but it wasn't bad either. It was average, should I say. Should have been doing a lot more. Paris Saint-Germain in the first half, again, they weren't really great either. They didn't do much. They got into one or two decent positions, but they didn't do much with the positions they got into. So, yeah, they weren't great. First half was pretty boring. Considering the hype around this game, we're 2-0 down, we've got to go for it. Paris Saint-Germain will also come and play. You'd have thought it was going to make for it very, very intriguing, end-to-end, chaos, goals galore type of game. You thought it'd be action-packed, and it was just the total opposite. That first half was boring, dull, and uninspiring, to be fair. How can we be so half-assed in a game like this? How? Doesn't make sense to me, man. Doesn't make sense to me at all. Very, very baffling. But the first half was dead. The less said about the first half, the better. We got into some decent positions, yes, but did we do much with it? No. Just very, very wasteful. Second half comes around. Second half, we made some subs before the second half kicked off. So Gakpo came in for Isak. Weird sub again. Why would Gakpo come in for Isak? What was Gakpo going to bring to today's game? I don't know. But the manager thought he'd do something. You bring Gomez on for Frimpong as well, which again is a weird sub. So the manager's subs at halftime were weird. But the second half, we started off a little bit quicker. Oh, by the way, side note, all the best to Hugo Ekitike. Ekitike picked up what looked like a pretty bad injury before halftime in that first half. Don't know what it was exactly, but it wasn't good because he went down in pain, had to be carried off by a stretcher. So thoughts and prayers are to Hugo, wishing him a speedy recovery. Hope he is well, but it didn't look like a good injury. Fingers crossed it's nothing too serious. But again, in these situations, you always hope for the best, but expect the worst. And that looked like a bad injury. That forced Mohamed Salah to come on earlier than expected. And yeah, prayers to Ekitike. Hopefully he's fit. By the looks of it, I don't think he'll feature again this season. That looked like one of those type of injuries. So I don't think we'll see him again this year. But nonetheless, wish him the speedy recovery. Second half then, changes were made. We were a little bit more energetic in the second half. But again, we're so wasteful in front of goal. So wasteful in front of goal. Got into good positions. Whenever we shot, sometimes it'd go over the bar, it'd go wide. Sometimes players weren't shooting. Just felt like we were looking for the perfect goal. You don't need the perfect goal in a game like this. We don't need the perfect goal in a game like this. It just needs to be a goal. However it goes in, deflection, whatever, own goal, I don't care. It needs to go in. So we were better in the second half. The crowd were trying their hardest. Fans in the ground were trying their hardest to spur the team on. And the team looked like they'd caught a bit of life. It did look like they'd caught a bit of life. It looked like we were feeding off the Anfield atmosphere a bit. But so wasteful in front of goal. It's with who we had on the pitch, Salah was there. Gakpo again. They've got to do better. They have to rise in games like this, and we didn't. We just didn't. Gravenberch again had a shot or two that could have done better with. McAllister too. We were awarded a penalty, to be fair. McAllister went down. We were awarded a penalty. It went to VAR. The ref had a look and it got overturned. It is what it is. I'm not going to sit here and complain about the refereeing decision. Yes, do I think it was a penalty? I do. Am I surprised it got ruled out? No, because when the ref goes to the monitor, when it goes to VAR, there's always a chance that it will get ruled out, even if it is a stonewaller. So that was ruled out. I'm not going to sit here and blame not getting a penalty for the reason why we went out today. Before that penalty was awarded, we had plenty of chances to test their keeper, to score a goal, and to be clinical, and we just weren't. You know what I'm saying? We just weren't. So the penalty, yeah, we got wrongly done by, but whatever. It is what it is, man. Can't really complain about that. And then from there, again, it was just Liverpool. PSG kind of were a little bit more pragmatic today. They sat back, to be fair. A bit surprising that they did that, considering I thought they'd come and play, but they didn't really have to attack the game. They're 2-0 up on aggregate. And yeah, last couple of minutes was a bad watch. It turned from a decent second half performance for us being full of hope and optimism to Dembele just going up the other end, shooting, scoring, making it 1-0 and doing it on aggregate. Against the underplay, yes, but that's what happens when you're not clinical with your chances. They get one chance, they score, they're clinical. That's just the way it is. Mohamed Arsfili probably should have done better with that goal. He probably should have saved that, I can't lie. But it is what it is, man. It was a good goal from Dembele as well. And then that's that. I guess the tie over. We're 1-0 down, 3-0 down on aggregate. And we're down and out. You know, we're pushing forward again after that. But what's the point? We're out. It's done. It's over. And then towards the end of the game, Dembele again scores, making it 2-0. and then making it 4-0 on aggregate. Can't even say it's not a deserved result over 2 legs. If it wasn't for Mohamed Arsfili's performance in that first leg, that aggregate score would have been a lot worse. That first leg score would have been a lot worse as well. So he really, really, really saved us in that first leg. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Why the performance was why we were so wasteful, why we were so flat at times. Just didn't. The crowd tried their best. What more can the Anfield crowd do to get behind the players, get behind the team? What more can we do? You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, the team let us down today. They got no excuses. The crowd were up for it. We were up for it for the whole 90 minutes. They just didn't show it on the pitch. They didn't show like they wanted it. They didn't show like they didn't turn up like we had the belief to turn it on. I'm saying Slot's team selection at the beginning of the game was questionable. Didn't work. Backfired. Subs were questionable in the game. You bring Rio Ingomoro on with 20 minutes to go. What's the point? Start him. Why not risk it and start him? So Slot got the team completely wrong today. It completely backfired on him, what he was trying to do, whatever he was trying to do. On the pitch, we just weren't up for it. And the only decent thing about today is the fact that the fans were up for it. So we're out of the Champions League as expected. I don't think anyone realistically thought we were going to turn this around. We were just going off of hope. That's a trophyless season for us now. FA Cup gone, Carabao Cup gone, League long gone, was gone in October last year, and now the Champions League is gone. So we've spent 500 million in the summer, guys, and we're going to go trophyless. We're not going to win a trophy this season. I mean, how bad is that? How bad is that? It's got to a point where fans aren't angry no more. We're just sad. We're just hurt, shocked at what we're seeing. This isn't Liverpool. The way we're playing football isn't Liverpool, man. It's not what we are as a club. And then that comes down to Slot, doesn't it? It comes down to Slot. It's just, honestly, has to go. He has to go. We know it will probably happen in the summer. We know Slot, the Alonso thing will happen in the summer. We know that. We're just going to have to suck it up for the remainder of the season now, into the league, because I don't think they'll sack him this late into the season. So we're just going to have to put up with it. Everton away at the weekend is going to be a tough game. Not looking forward to that. United away coming up. Villa away coming up. Chelsea coming up. Palace and Brentford too. Oh my God, it's going to be a tough end to the season. All we're playing for now is a Champions League spot, a top 5 finish, which is absolutely just not good enough for the money we spent in the summer. It's just not good enough. And to have no trophies as well to show for all this money spent. Nah, it's not on, man. It's not on. I'm just sad. Because this isn't the Liverpool that I'm used to seeing. I've never wanted the season to end more. This has been one of the worst seasons. In my time supporting Liverpool, this has been the worst season I've ever seen. And that says a lot. It genuinely says a lot, man. I've got a manager in charge that I don't really connect with. I don't really like. And again, I think we all feel the same way. All of us Liverpool fans feel the same way in regards to this. So we're out today. I expected us to go out. And it just wasn't a great game. It just wasn't a great game at all. It wasn't a great feeling. And yeah, we're out. We're out of the Champions League. Performance wasn't good enough overall. We had chances to, press the Paris Saint-Germain or put them under pressure. Didn't take them. Paris Saint-Germain clinical with their chances, and they win the game 2-0 and 4-0 aggregate. Can't even say it's not deserved. You know what I'm saying? Can't even say it's not deserved. But for us, we'll see where the rest of the season goes, man. We'll see where the rest of the season goes, what we can do for the remainder, because I'm just so devoid of energy, confidence when it comes to watching Liverpool at the moment. It's bad. It's really bad. But let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, people. Let me know how you felt about today's game. If you've enjoyed the match reaction, do drop a like on it, please. Do sub to the channel, it's much appreciated. Turn notifications on so you know whenever future content drops. Like I said, Liverpool fans, if you want to vote frustrate, get down below in the comments. Let me know your opinions on today's game. But that's it for today's match reaction, people. I'm going to head off. I'll be back tomorrow live, talking a bit more about the game. And then we'll look ahead to the Everton game as the weekend goes on. Disappointing night, but it's not something I didn't expect. I did expect to be disappointed sat here. But yeah, it is what it is. Catch you all in a bit. Like, subscribe, and comment on your way out, people. And yeah, Liverpool profit out in a bit. Peace.